H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is Thursday. Uh, for everybody else, but on the Chop Shop is our baby Friday because we consider it our Friday because we're not aired on Friday. Uh, uh, so um, so let's make the best of it. Let's enjoy it. I got some, before I go anywhere, I got some happy birthdays soon. I'm going to share with y'all, but let me shout out to my starting five. The five people we affectionately call our starting five every day. The first five people to sign up to the feed, ladies and gentlemen. And they are Chris Charles today. That is Moody, Kevin Lewis, D. Holcomb, and Paul Miranda. All men today. What the hell is going on? Y'all know I don't like all that testosterone. And the sixth man is Franklin Paul. Why my girls at? Hold on. Man, I'm not gonna stop. Okay, there go Mindy. Thank you, Mindy. Oh, Mindy, I don't like to be around all these dudes. Hey, Dale. Hey, Brandy. Okay, I feel better. I don't like being around all these guys though. No, I don't like all that. But happy birthday to Sonia Billingsley. Happy birthday to Sandra Hicks, Jimmy's wife. They're both celebrating their birthdays today. Shout out to those two women, very, very, very special women in my life, and I know to several of y'all. That's Wendy. They've been working with Wendy for over 20 years, so shout out to her. She probably can't. Mike probably won't let her on today. He probably taking her and doing stuff today. But happy birthday to Sonya. She gonna miss a good show today. She gonna miss a good one. Hey Dale, Paul Miranda, you in here kind of early, man. What did happen? Paul Miranda, talk to me, text me or something. Text me. So do me a favor, y'all text, tag, tell some friends about the Chop Shop is on. Jim Norris, text your last five people. You talk. Your tech, your last five friends, and tell them to come on, join the Chop Shop today. And everybody do that. He said Aquarius rules. I see y'all. Happy birthday to Paul Miranda. What you got going on today, man? Tell me, man, because I know you don't come on this early. Something is going on. What's going on in Dallas? Yes. Tell me, Paul. Don't be scared. Yeah. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. So it's so much stuff going on, man. I'm gonna go through this stuff. Yesterday, we had a great guest yesterday. Wasn't it a breath of fresh air? Listening to Dee Dee Richards yesterday. Um, Young lady took out her time. She filming a documentary and to come on the show yesterday, man. Let me tell you something. It means more to me than anything, man. I'm serious. That meant so much to me personally yesterday because we've been trying to hook up and we finally made it happen. And as you see, I am a good steward over people's time. And she had a deadline that she had to get out of there, and she was so gracious about it. And but shout out to her, man. She got a home on this show anytime she wants to. She's just so gracious and proud of her. Thank you, mom and dad and brother, for lending us your sister yesterday. Hey, Karen. Um, Let me tell y'all something. Yesterday I didn't get a chance to honor the lives of Kobe and Gigi Bryant yesterday. I saved it today, but it was some more people on that flight. John, Kerry, and Alyssa Altabelli. Whole family wiped out on that uh, fatal um, helicopter ride. Christina Mauser, Sarah and Peyton Chester, and Ara Sobanya. The Mamba mentality lives on. Y'all know how I feel about Kobe. You know how I feel about how he lived his life. One of these days, next week, I'm gonna just talk about him again. I gave a whole thing about how he spent his time and how he took advantage of his time. And but we got I know it's not Women Rock Wednesday, but we got an incredible women's history on this day. Activist Angela Davis was born on this day. Pilot Bessie Coleman was born on this day. Condoleezza Rice was appointed to the first who was appointed the first. She was born today, I think, too. She was appointed the first black woman, that was Secretary of State. And just want to shout out to those women because we got two powerful women, Sandra Hicks and Sonia Billingsley. And guess what? I wanted to share that with y'all. But I got something I want to share. I'm gonna wait for a minute because I want to share something with y'all that's very. I want y'all to check out certain things going on. I want y'all to monitor certain things, and we're gonna watch the Olympic ski jumper Marin Lumby. Um, she is skipping the upcoming Winter Games in order to make her mental and physical health a priority. She has emerged as an advocate for change in a sport that has historically seen athletes develop eating disorders. Um, and I want y'all to watch and let's see if she gonna be trashed uh, for what she going through the way Simone Biles was. I want you to take a look. It's a lot of stuff I want us to start watching. That's why shows like this are very important because we, it's these people. I saw. I'm gonna talk about a little bit more about it later. I'll talk about it in a minute. But how we had two African American men that were appointed um, as general managers of I think the Chicago Bears and one at the Minnesota Vikings, and I scoured the news, kept looking everywhere. Morning shows, I don't like to watch the morning shows that much because I don't want it to influence what I talk about on that day. But the day because I tape all of them, go back and look at them. But I was going through and just didn't see them talk about these two men. So we're gonna talk about them today because it seemed like it's one TV show talked about them, and I'll talk about them. Yes, big Ben Roethlisberger retired. Should have retired 2 years ago. But I want to share something with y'all. Thought about us. Sometimes this new year has been very powerful for me, and I want to make it powerful for everybody else. But sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, we have to remind ourselves of just how big and bad we are. Okay, Kenneth Lofton, great conversation with you the other day, and I thought about you. Shout out to Chicago Bears shocked me with okay, thank you. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. That is Moody. But Ken Lofton got a great conversation. But I was thinking about y'all all the time. But hey, John, Dr. Newsom, Paul, yeah, John Payton, John Payton resigned. Dominated news yesterday. Yes, you follow me. But these two guys, these two black African American guys, these two black guys are general managers, man. And it wasn't no breaking news, but it's got to be breaking news to us. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit. But sometimes we have to remind ourselves of just how big and bad we are. You got to understand. I think about women. I got 5 sisters and a daughter. So the reason I take so much care on Women Rock Wednesday, the reason I care whether the women are on the feed, the reason because I know how important women are. You know, especially our women. I know how important. Hey, Sonya, I know how important they are. And a woman asked me something the other day, talking about, so Robert, I'm just having a hard time finding this and finding man. These men ain't this man. I said, let me tell you something. I'm not taking up for them. I said, let me tell you something. If you don't know the use of a thing, you're prone to abuse it. That's where they get drug abuse, any alcohol abuse. If you don't know the use of a thing, some women don't know the use and the importance of a woman because they ain't never been taught. Some people, men just think women are just objects instead of the being that God blessed to have a womb to so we can be able to be here. You follow me? So I was thinking about that. Thinking about that. They just some guy they don't know. I know y'all. They know. Some of them, cause and then some of them don't care. You're right. We got some don't care, but our society is set up, man, that allows women to feel smaller than who they are. You know about the lower pay. Uh, it's made to feel like they're a lesser gender. Uh, they don't the way they pay attention to the women's pain in medical institutions. They are less. They pay less attention to them. They suppress women's triumphs. That's why I talk about what women do. Women Rock Wednesday. This stuff is by design because women need to know that. Notice I don't have a men's Rock Wednesday. No, because women, women do something. They try to suppress it. The man promised that he was going to give appoint a woman to the Supreme Court, and when he said he was going to do it, now everybody mad. You know what I'm saying? And women's accomplishments. People always try to downplay women's accomplishments. Not on this show. You know, what I would love for women, Sonya Billings, and women just strike that Wonder Woman pose on these people out here. Y'all strike that pose, that and take that stance of power. You know what I'm saying? Take up more space. Own your fair share of the sun out here. And you know what? I saw this and I don't know who wrote it. I didn't, but I saw this and I wanted. And y'all got to understand it's by design. Y'all got to understand. Y'all talking to a man that got 5 sisters, a daughter. Mom passed away. So women are very important, especially in my life. And what I want us to do, all of us, me and you too today, but I want us to be mindful of trying to shave down your soul in order to fit into small spaces. I'm going to repeat that. Be mindful of trying to shave down your soul in order to fit into small spaces. You are bigger than that. Stop breaking yourself apart to fit in a box that wasn't even meant for you. These people have these boxes they want to put y'all in the European box, this box, this box, this box, big box. You're too big to fit in the boxes anyway. You are a human being. You're not a niche. It's okay to be bigger than life, Sonya. Robert Risen, D. White, it's okay to be bigger than life. Apply that to your position in your life right now, from now on. Now listen, this is not, Brandy, remember, this is not an excuse for bad behavior. Can't just go act ignorant. Now, I ain't talking about that. But we are intended to be larger than life. We laugh loud because what? We laugh loud. We talk loud. And we express it because we got a lot to express. We are an emotive people. And that's okay. That's all right. We ain't got to change our voice level, y'all, just to make sure we fit in a box. Let's not be in a box anymore, Alfio Vizzi. Let's not be in a box. Y'all, I know some of y'all in a box. Let's not be in them boxes no more. Let's work ourselves out. I know you might be in a box at job. Let's work ourselves out of them situations. We are amazingly and awesomely and wonderfully made. It's biblical. Go check it out. To be squeezing and contorting and our brilliant selves inside of these boxes that these people try to put us in. I remember people talking about holler and holler, talking about, I'm loud. Do you think I'm going to let you clowns tell me how to talk? The hell out of here. You have to build your spirit, ladies and gentlemen. I done found this out. You got to build your spirit every single day. Just like you got to eat every day. You got to. Because these people will try to put you in some boxes. Unbelievable. I watched Candace Parker last night. She called them out last night. She called her own station that she was on out last night. Detroit Pistons was playing, who was that? Denver. Cade Cunningham scored 38 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. And they did not show one highlight of him on her show. I ain't never seen this happen before. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. She stepped outside of this box. And you know I got it for you. Y'all got to hear this. Because some of y'all in boxes somewhere. Check this out.
Now notice this, folks. Candace Parker is getting ready to call out the TNT crew because they spent the whole game highlights focusing on what Jokic did. Mind you, they left out the part where Cade put Jokic on skates. They left that part out when he did the step back on him. So all they're doing is showing Denver highlights. Cade scored 34, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 blocks, and 2 steals, and they didn't mention it. Watch this. Listen to Candace call him out, Candace.
We didn't show one Cade Cunningham mate. Just not one. The boy had 34.
It was a career high for Cade Cunningham.
One of 2 rookies to have. Go ahead. One of 2 rookies to have what? 34, 8,
and 8,
and 8 and 4.
Yes.
And it was him and Michael Jordan.
And we didn't show.
We didn't show one Cade Cunningham.
We're part of the problem.
Wow.
I don't know. I just thought I'd say that.
We need to start a conversation with ourselves.
Cade, we see you, man.
But Jokic, this was his 4th
Detroit versus everybody. They still talking about Jokic.
I don't know how many.
Cade, number 1 pick.
What do you think?
Has the highest.
I hope y'all be understanding. I bring this stuff to y'all attention for a minute, for a reason. I bring this, thank you, D. White. I bring this for a reason, so when y'all watching this mess, you can call this mess out. They only score TNT. The station that she's on, this woman is so powerful. I love Candace Parker. Y'all can't say, I don't care how many wives she got. I mean, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. She stood up and said, the hell that happened? Can y'all, if I sit up here and played a video every single day of a certain person, that subconsciously and consciously gonna have an effect on you if you watch it every day. I told y'all media shapes our culture. When we read what we see, it shapes us. And I just want y'all to be aware, you're blessed to have something like this. No, she is not married to a man, Sonya Billings. She dropped his ass like a hot potato, sheltered a long time ago. Go Google it right now while you're on the air and call and say, Hannah, I'm sorry. Sonya, she just married a woman. They've having a baby. Come on, Sonya. I know it's your birthday, baby, but this your birthday present. Go Google it. Yes. Sonya, you got to realize that Robert Hatter ain't gonna say it, baby, if I hadn't vetted it. Yes. They're having a baby. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, but it's cool. Sonya, that's your birthday present. Happy birthday to Sonya. She told my Lord. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, she dropped dude off. What is that? Sheldon Williams? Sheldon Williams used to play for North Carolina. Yeah, she dropped him clean off long time ago. Dropped him off. No, she wasn't faking it. No, she just changed it. She wasn't faking it. I don't know. I don't know if Sonya, quit going. That's Sonya, that's not nice. Sonya. She said, no, maybe she just said, okay. I had him. Nah. Hey man, I'm gonna leave that alone. But I'm gonna leave that alone because I by myself right now. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But I just like to Sheldon Williams, yeah. He found out she met old girl when yeah. I remember y'all guess what I found out? Y'all remember when the USA basketball, they came here to Houston, they did something here in Houston, USA basketball, and the women were here. That's when I found out. That was years ago. I found that back there. I said, wow. Yeah. But it's all good. Sonya, it's awesome. But I want to shout out y'all about these NFL GMs that a lot of stations ain't gonna talk about, but y'all finna hear it. Share the show right now. Share the show. This need to be shared. When the Chicago Bears hired Ryan Poles to be the team's general manager earlier this week, they were hoping to have solidified an exciting new direction toward sustaining success that has marked the franchise from which Poles came from 13 years ago in Kansas City. Ryan came from Kansas City. He was working under the GM at Kansas City. And guess what? The Chiefs, by them hiring the Chiefs, one of their black executives, they get a couple of mid-round picks as future draft choices for doing that. Yeah, when they had to give these owners incentives to hire black people, so they hired him. So the Chiefs, from the Chiefs to the Bears, so that means the Chiefs get a couple of draft picks because of that happened. They had to get these owners. These owners so bad that, but his name Ryan Poles, and guess what, y'all? He came from an undrafted free agent. He was an undrafted free agent. He was a guard. He used to protect Matt Ryan a long time ago. One of Matt Ryan's quarterback from Atlanta. That was one of his best friends. He became an undrafted free agent, y'all, to the NFL GM. You never know what your future holds. Not necessarily that but they, guess what? They should have. Which black coach should they have hired? That is Moody. Right, okay. Y'all help me. Y'all come to talk to me because y'all like that is Moody. Talk to me. Ryan Poe, he just got his job. So guess what? What you saying, Thaddeus, and I kind of agree with you. Shit, they just hired me. What the hell can they do? I'm going to hire me a black coach. What they going to do? Fire me? They just hired me. They going to just fire me? Evidently, it was out of his hands. You got me? Evidently, it was, who did they hire? What guy did they hire? See, they talked about listen to me, y'all. They breaking news on the white coaches that they hired, the Broncos and all this. That was breaking news. But it wasn't breaking news when these brothers got hired as the gentlemen, their bosses. Yeah. See, but the Browns get multiple picks. Somebody told me they get multiple picks They get, hold up, they will be rewarded 2 third-round compensatory picks for losing them, which is yeah. They said they told me 2. So it might be 2 or 3, whatever. But so he should have hired Jim Caldwell. So he should have came in saying, I like that now. I hope that's what you're saying, Thaddeus Moody. This guy should have came. Ryan said, you hire me? I'm finna hire who the hell I want to. But that's not good. Because now, unless they hired the guy Ryan wants, maybe this was Ryan's friend. Who the guy they hired? Somebody look that up for me right quick. The defensive coach, okay, Matt, yeah, Eberfloss. So what you have to do now, Thaddeus Moody, is find out the relationship, Thaddeus Moody. I'm finna connect some dots for you. Between Matt Eberfloss and Ryan Poles. Make sure I call him the right name. Yeah. Ryan Poles. Might be a relationship there. He might not have no relation. Oh, yes, he does. He has a relation. Oh, thank you, Thaddeus Moody. He has a relationship with Eric Bieniemy. He worked 13 years with the Chiefs. Why didn't he just bring Eric Bieniemy with him? Y'all ain't saying nothing, man, to me, man. Y'all say, listen, talk to me. Sonya, what Mindy? Mindy ain't said nothing. She must be working. I got to talk to both of y'all. I need some flight benefits. I'm tired of spending all this money. Y'all talk to me. Wait a minute. Computer, let me give me something to drink, man. Cause I ain't playing with y'all today. I got more. Did y'all hear what I just said? Brian Poles is the Chicago Bears general manager. Usually, Sonya, when you hire the GM go and find who? The coach. What's up, Michael Garcia? Maybe Michael Garcia say something to me. Michael Garcia, we got a situation, Michael Garcia. I know you came on late. Let me recap. Mike, quick recap. Chicago Bears hires new GM, Ryan Poles, happened to be a black man, undrafted free agent. He went from undrafted free agent, played in the NFL, now he's a GM. Boy, don't never let nobody tell you. You never know what the future holds for you. So okay. So Mike, Ryan, and I think he did. I don't know. Listen, I just got on the show. Defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts was hired. The coach didn't even make the playoffs, did they? Yeah, they got knocked out the playoffs. Excuse me. They hired the Indianapolis coach defensive coordinator, Matt Eberfloss. I know he ain't black. Eberfloss, I know he ain't black. So, Thaddeus Moody was saying, and I hope that's what Thaddeus, don't let me put words in your mouth. Chicago should have hired a black coach. But Chicago is a very, very, very racist town. I don't know where y'all, very, 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 yeah, Chicago is different. Thaddeus Moody, you know that. So my wonder is, Garcia, so we talking about GMs now. Y'all talking about coaches. We talking about GMs. Let's talk about GM. GM is the boss. See, the coach is the boss, but the GM is the coach's boss, supposedly. Y'all got to help me with this. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Y'all don't want to talk, man. Y'all don't want to talk. Y'all just want to hear me talk. I can see this now. Y'all just want to hear me talk. We want to talk about Byron Leffers. Great job. Good job, Byron Leffers. I'm talking about black GMs right now, y'all. I know y'all ain't used to talking about nothing like this. And the reason I'm talking about them, because they didn't talk about them on the news cycle. They gonna talk about Byron Leffers on the news cycle, Fob. They ain't gonna talk about your product and AL collection on the news cycle. But we talk about it on this show. We got to learn how to appreciate our own a lot better. So this guy gets the job, Ryan Poles. I'm going somewhere with this. He gets the job. Why don't he bring in Eric Bieniemy? He been working there for 13 years. Ryan Poles was working for the Chiefs for 13 years. You said, Michael Garcia, you already know I'm finna dig into you. You do me a favor, because I'm doing a show. Do me a favor, Michael Garcia, and show me where Eberfloss has a better qualification and resume than Eric Bieniemy. You put them side by side for me. Eric Bieniemy been to the Super Bowl the last 3 or 4 years. Eberfloss, when the hell has he been to the damn Super Bowl? Michael Garcia, find it for me, because I'm trying to be a little bit more nicer this year. Find it for me. When you say something like that, let me put it on the screen. Because I hate people when they say that bullshit crap. He had the most qualified. Do me a favor. You go look at the resumes of Eric Bieniemy and Eberfloss. I don't even know his damn name. What is his name? Let me call the man by his whole name. I don't want to do it like that. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault you around here. You not understand what's going on. What's the man name? Eberfloss? Matt Eberfloss. Matty. Put them together. Since you're going to make that comment, do that for me. Let me go back down, see anybody else said. Robert Hatter is not for, let's not forget, he had 2 interviews, yeah. No, think about what I just said. That is Moody. You're not listening. That is Moody. He been working with Eric Bieniemy. Let me hit this. I'm going to make sure this damn mic is on. I got to make sure this mic is on. You talking about Leslie Frazier. I'm talking about he's been working with Eric Bieniemy. He been with the Chiefs, Ryan Poles, for 13 years. What's the problem? I'm trying to. That's all right. Hire the most. Michael Garcia said, hire the most qualified. Guess what? Michael Garcia, I hope you over there Googling Matt Eberfloss, and then I want you to Google Eric Bieniemy, and I want you to list their accomplishments side by side, and you tell me who the most qualified. Don't tell me about that qualification. I know how this stuff works. I've been working in this business for 30 years, Michael. Not as a fan, but as a guy going against these guys and negotiating against these guys, Michael Garcia, for 30 years. So I know how they work. And I know that comment you put on the screen, let me put it back up on the screen. That's a damn lie. They don't hire the most qualified. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Now, I'm getting to the Vikings now. Next. Get to the Vikings next. Let me see. I'm just trying to see the comments. I'm trying to go down. I missed some of y'all. I'm trying to say. Oh, I got you. I got you, Mike. I got you, Mike. But Mike, that don't happen, Mike. That don't happen. Yes, Jock Armand. Yes. But he couldn't be that bad because he's the offensive coach. What? He couldn't be that bad. So you're talking about something ain't right. What if something ain't right? Why in the hell would he be the offensive coordinator? Y'all hold up a second. I gotta go get some. Y'all get me hot in here, man. I had to turn on the fan. I had to turn on the ceiling fan. I don't like to turn it on because they give me my allergies messed up. I know about Leslie. Hatter, in the NFL, have you known some of the owners try to handcuff? Yes, they do, Chuck. Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones. Hey, I think if you got to buy if you got to buy a box of staplers in the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones got to know about it. Yes, owners. You got to understand, the owners got to write that check. And I understand it. The owners got to sign off and write the check. No, it ain't got nothing to do with him being in the playoffs. That ain't hurting his chances. How much of the offense Kevin Lewis. Have you ever watched the Kansas City Chiefs play? For that question, I want to ask you something, which don't make sense because the coach. Now it was a coach defense. He was the defense. He was the defensive coordinator. I think Eberfloss was he the defensive coordinator? I think he's the defensive coordinator. Bob, not the offense, defensive coordinator. I think. I don't know. That was somebody put on the screen. Find out for me. Oh, see that? Look at that. Boy, Bob, I need you on the show every damn day. But Bob, these 5 words, not Robert Hatter words now. I'm going to put this on the thing. Because I hadn't looked into this yet, because I told y'all I just got this information. He said Pose and Eberfloss, I guess he said dude, have the same agent. Where did you get that information from? Thank you, Kevin Freeman. I couldn't do without you, Kevin Freeman. Kevin Freeman been with us from the beginning. Couldn't do it. But they got the same agent, y'all. Say, hold up now. Relationship trumps a lot of stuff, y'all. That's all I'm trying to get y'all. Listen, y'all, hey, do me a favor. If I made anybody upset, go back and listen to the beginning of the show. Okay, then you understand where I'm at right now. Happy birthday again, Sonya. Happy birthday again, Sandra. Thank you. Well, we know they're more qualified. I thought Kevin. No. I'm sorry. I was saying that to my Mr. Garcia. Mr. Garcia, me and him got understanding now. That young man, Eric Bieniemy, is the quarterback whisperer. Patrick Mahomes looked to him after every play. Andy Reid is, I guess he got veto power over it. But what I'm pissed off at Andy Reid is, I think Eric is his crutch, but his other coordinators went on and got jobs elsewhere. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And we know it ain't right. Y'all got me thinking. Seems like they blackballing for some reason. Do me a favor, y'all. Because I got to be real with y'all. Somebody send me some information. I just want y'all do me a favor. Is it Eric's past? Because they bring up stuff that happened 20 years ago. Go Google it. It's Googleable. You're an owner. You got $1 billion franchise. This guy gonna be the leader of your franchise. This guy gonna be the leader of your franchise. See, I'm just helping you. I don't want to put it out there. I want y'all to go. It's not gonna go out on these airwaves. I'm not repeating it. Go Google it. Go Google Eric Bieniemy, rap sheet, Eric Bieniemy, whatever. Go Google it. And you tell me what you think. They already had their coach picked out. Yeah, they both were represented by Trace Armstrong. Okay. Matt Nagy. He was a defensive. Okay, thank you. Okay, now let's go. Let's keep going. We ain't gonna stop there. We can go back and forth there. But it's another young man. His name is Kwesi Adolfo Mensah. Kwesi Adolfo Mensah. The Vikings announced him as their general manager. They've had a black guy head there. I know his name. He's the commissioner of the Big 12, the Big 10 now. But Minnesota has hired a black coach. Excuse me, a black general manager. Okay, Minnesota Vikings. They announced the hiring of Kwesi Adolfo. I'm getting better with these names, y'all. As the new general manager, he would lead the team's football operations after spending the past 2 seasons as vice president of, check this out, vice president of football operation with the Cleveland Browns. Guess who he was under at the Cleveland Browns? I know who Trace Armstrong is. Dad Moody, thank you. Andrew Berry, the black GM at Cleveland. This young man been working up under him. They said the Vikings said we're thrilled to welcome Kwesi to the Minnesota Vikings. The owner, Mark Wilf, said in a statement, his unique background, variety of strong football experience, vision for success and leadership presence immediately stood out with us. That brother walked in that room in blue. Kevin Warren, thank you, Ivan Pettit. I love you, baby. Kevin Warren. Boy, I love you. Love you. Kevin Warren was the one who spearheaded the building of that new stadium, the Minnesota, the Vikings stay in now. They had the Super Bowl up there. He was the host of Super Bowl. So yes, Kevin Warren. Thank you. Boy, I love that. Boy, I love this chop shop. Hey, check this out now. Andrew Berry now. This young kid. So Andrew Berry put his stamp on this dude. Andrew Berry got juiced in. He said, look, you want to win, you get my boy. I'm going to miss him, but you get my boy. Why is Andy Reid not doing that? Yeah, I'm not gonna let y'all forget about it. Quasi, the new GM at the Minnesota Vikings, he gets choked up talking about his parents. He goes back to saying that his mom passed along to him. The mom told him, when some things can go on in life, all I can do is work. When some things can go on in life, all I can do is work. And then he mentioned he plays that old voicemail from his late dad for his motivation. Quasi Adolfo Mensa said he went to Stanford to be an economics professor. He said, I was never going to wear a tweed jacket. No, excuse me. I was going to wear a tweed jacket and glasses and just teach students. And now, I'm running one of only 32 organizations like this on the whole planet. Ain't but 32 NFL teams. But my thing is, we got to keep an eye on Ryan Poles. Let's just see what he do. Let's just see what he do. I got to take a quick break, y'all. Come back, share the show. I got something else for y'all. Oh my goodness! Happy birthday to Sonia Billingsley. Happy birthday to Sandra Hicks. Happy birthday. We got some more birthdays. We got some. Hold up, y'all. We got some more birthdays too. Hold up. Let me get all my girl birthdays in there. Hold up. Where my girls? Angela Davis, Pilot Bessie Coleman, Condoleezza Rice. Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'll be back in a minute. Share the show. Be right back. Let me see.
The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop. Man, this stuff sometimes is just so fun, man. It's just, I got something for y'all too. Hold on. Got an announcement for y'all. I put it on my social media, but in case you didn't get it, I hope I saved it. I want to share with y'all. Hey, all you TSU alumni. Okay? TSU alumni. It's for y'all. Hold on. Got something for y'all. Y'all mark this date. Saturday, February the 12th. 2 days. Wait a minute. That's 2 days before Valentine's Day, right? Yeah. Saturday, right? Texas Southern is having an alumni day. Maroon out day. Maroon. It's going to be Maroon Day that day, right? Texas Southern going to play Grambling. Okay? Women's game is 1, men's game at 3:30 at the campus, the HPE Arena on the campus. Saturday, February 4th. Tickets available online. T-shirt giveaway for the first 1,000 to enter the game. Oh my goodness. Yes, Maroon out. The game will be live on NBA TV. This one of those special games. Gonna be live. Listen to me. Y'all. Let's make this stuff happen. Even if you didn't go to TSU, even if you went to Southern, like this dude, what's his name? Kevin Freeman. Even if you went there. Yeah, man, look at it. He talking about you. Yeah. Dude, you go to, but you went to Southern. We ain't worried about you. We ain't worried about you. So Memphis gonna be playing that day too, right? Good. 2:30. Yeah, you can go to both of them. Go to both of them. TSU game at 2. Memphis game at 2:30. Take your son over there. From there, take him straight over there. Yes. Had I got my U of H Memphis ticket. Good. I know. That's good. That's good. That's good. Y'all have your U of H Memphis tickets. I'm not too happy right now at Memphis right now. I'm not happy. Hatter today is also Billy White Shoes, the Godfather. Okay. You notice I was talking about all women. Michael Jordan. I wasn't talking about no dudes. You following me, Michael Jordan? It's Sandra's birthday today. It's Sonia's birthday today. So I'm talking about the women. I ain't caring about no dudes. I don't care about no Billy White Shoe Johnson. But since you put it up there, happy birthday, Billy White Shoe Johnson. It's a certain theme I have today, Michael Jordan. Powerful women. Sonia Billingsley. Sandra. You know, Sandra and who else? Condoleezza. You know, it's their day. Now send Billy White Shoes some flowers too. See, she's talking about. Yes, dude. If you read the beginning, if you go back to the beginning of the show, you know how I feel about women. Yes, I do. Yes. Best thing in the world. So now we're talking about, I heard Jim Caldwell, since we're talking about black coaches, I want y'all to help me out. Jim Caldwell, they keep putting his name on the screen. He went 2 for 14 in a year where his quarterback had neck surgery and couldn't play. And it's 60 and 36 otherwise. Check those numbers out for me. He went 2 and 14 in a year where his quarterback got neck surgery. Take that year out. He is 60 and 36 otherwise. As an offensive coordinator, he won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco playing. Way better than he has ever played a quarterback again after that. He is more overqualified to be a head coach. He is more than overqualified to be a head coach again. Then they give me some more coaches. We're talking about coaches. You know, they put some coaches up there, black coaches. D'Amico Ryans, defensive coordinator, and Richard Hightower. These the guys are the 2 black assistants. I meant to talk about them the other day, who were on the coaching staff of the 49ers. They still in the playoffs. They were their units played a huge role in San Francisco winning that game. They deserve credit. We got to give them credit. I'm going to say their names again. You're going to hear these names in the future. Richard Hightower, D'Amico Ryans. Okay? Let's see. Think about this. I'm gonna show you now. Y'all watch me and follow me. I'm just trying to get y'all wise, because this platform is gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna need y'all. Check this out. Howie Long on the telecast last week said that the 49ers defense is the reflection of general manager John Lynch. Really? You know how to, I love when them girls say, really? Really? Thank God Jake Glazer was on the show. And he showed some love to D'Amico Ryans. He should be getting head coach interviews right now. That's the guy. John Lynch been there all the time. D'Amico Ryans. is one making this defense go now. Let me check this out. Jamel Hill, she writes, they don't like her, but I love her. She writes, Black coaches are expected to perform miracles quickly, and when they don't, it usually costs them their job. White coaches who have been fired after one season, despite players' injuries, retirements, or jail time, I'm finna give you them coaches right now. I'm finna give you a group of white coaches who have been fired after one season despite injuries and retirement or jail time. Jim Tomsala, I don't remember him. Mike Malarkey, Jim Mora, Cam Cameron, Martin Schottenheimer, Joe Bugle, Pete Carroll, and Rich Pettibone. This dude says, so this has nothing to do with race. Because those coaches got fired after 1 year. See, it's always some opposition to your mission. Always, y'all. If you got a good mission, it's gonna be some opposition to your mission. The Saints have requested permission. Now this is a little close to me. Permission to interview with Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn for their head coaching position. The Saints. Your Saints. Who that like them Saints? Then the Saints have also requested permission to interview with offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich. But Byron Leftwich, I think he's already had the job already. He got the job, they said, at Jacksonville. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't confirmed that. They told me that. I haven't seen that. But Jim Caldwell did something. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Jim Caldwell said something in a tweet. Y'all got to understand, these guys shouldn't have to tweet themselves. These guys shouldn't have to tweet. We should be fighting for them. These guys shouldn't have to be tweeting themselves, right? Jim Caldwell had to tweet. He said, I would like to correct an erroneous report that I turned down opportunities to interview for a head coaching job with Minnesota and Las Vegas. Those reports are not true. And he released a full statement. He said, people ain't talking for me. He said, I did not turn down those jobs. See, they'll put that out there. This guy had to come and tweet it himself because somebody else didn't put that out there, that he turned down opportunities. Y'all, it's rough. It's hard out here. It's hard out here, y'all. But guess what? Got something for y'all. Got something for y'all. Let me see. Let me get him in here right. Let me get him right. What up, Doc? Hey, man.
What's going on, boss?
Hey, man. Tell Sandra, is she at work today?
Oh, yeah.
She had to work.
You did great.
Man, you can't be working your woman on her birthday, man. Boy, yeah, come on, Pretty Tony.
If she want to be a stay-at-home wife tomorrow, she got to work today.
Wait a minute. Stay-at-home wife tomorrow. Okay. All right. Okay. So tomorrow, so she got off tomorrow then. Okay. Say no more. I like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Happy. Just get started out right.
Sonya Billingsley, bro. Look, Sonya Billingsley's birthday too. Don't come in here without talking to Miss Sonya.
Hey, this is women rocking on Thursday.
I'm trying to tell these guys that.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like that there. It's we going up into this thing. Hey, salutes. Hey, Sonya Billingsley. I know one thing. What? Chop Shop ain't got no invite to where the food gonna be at. Something ain't right.
Man, Sonya ain't doing that kind of stuff, man. Sonya husband. Sonya got a romantic husband. He gonna take her, he be taking her places, man. Sonya ain't got time to be playing with y'all on her birthday, man. No, sir. Mike don't play, man. Mike whisk her out. You gotta understand, Sonya got flight benefits. Michael might whisk her out of here tonight, as soon as she get off the show, said, baby, hey, hold up. Mike might come on and said, baby, just meet me at the airport. Don't even pack no bag. I got you. Yes. You feel me?
Hey,
yeah. That's how you do it.
That's how I used to rock back in the days right there.
Yeah. Jimmy, I had a flashback.
If it can't fit in your purse, don't even bring it. We going straight to the store.
No. Hey, y'all, that's how gentlemen, we used to do that a long time ago. I mean, when you get old, you can't be doing all that kind of stuff. But hey, little mama, what you doing? You got a passport? Jimmy, you got a passport? Just meet me at the airport. But Robert, I ain't packed. I ain't tell you to pack. Just come to the airport. Make sure you have your ID and a passport. I got you. Yeah. We get everything else when we get there. You understand me?
We're going to take this thing to the big screen. You don't see them packing on the big screen, do you? They just get up and go out. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it like the big screen. Yeah, man. It's going down, of course, this weekend, man. I know, Lord, all we talked about and chopped it up on. Which coach you was talking about right then? Kansas City?
No. What I was doing, I was talking about the GMs. Then I started talking about coaching. You know, we got 2 black GMs yesterday.
Who the last person you just said about turning down the job?
Jim Caldwell.
Oh, okay. I was just for the say. I was just say.
They lied. No, they were lying.
Oh, okay. I thought they were talking. I was hoping that you weren't talking about the enemy because I'm like, man, his own brother just got on the chop shop and explained.
No. Okay. No, Jim Caldwell had to tweet it out himself on his own Twitter, Jimmy, saying, look here, man, somebody out here saying it. I didn't do that.
Like in your profession, isn't that kind of a slight on his circle?
No, Jimmy, it ain't no slight on his circle. It's some people are trying to justify him not getting a job. That ain't got nothing to do with his circle. We got some people in the press that you got to understand. Some of these press, you already know these old petty ass people in the press sometimes. Jimmy, they had just been reporting that he been turning down. He ain't never said, his representative have never said it. It's just people be reporting that he's turning down jobs. And he just said, I ain't turned down no request to interview nobody. But people, that it was a press thing. He was clearing it up from the press point of view because people been going out there. He got a long statement talking about it. No, it ain't had nothing to do with his circle. It ain't had nothing to do with his circle. No.
Okay.
It's he good. But Jimmy, Kwesi Adolfo Mensu is the general manager at the Minnesota Vikings, okay? And Ryan Poles is the new GM with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
And
so they got 2 brothers.
Huh?
2 brothers.
No. Oh, yeah, 2 brothers. Yeah, 2 brothers. Yeah. And what's so unique about Mensu, he came from the Cleveland Browns with your homeboy Baker Mayfield. But you know who is the GM at Cleveland? Andrew Berry, the brother, who put his stamp on this brother to get that job up in Minnesota.
Well, bottom line is they in.
They in.
Sometimes it don't matter how you get there, as long as you're in.
Now, what's y'all favorite word? Now you got to win.
I mean, yeah. But in Chicago, it's just so mixed up because you got to realize, I mean, you know, even though that's upper management, I'm talking about as far as the coaching and the quarterbacks, you could tell they were on different wavelengths. It was like some Miami Dolphin type stuff going on over in the Chicago Bears this year. You can just feel it from afar.
Well, they fired both of them. They fired the coach and the GM.
Yeah. You see that.
Yeah.
And sure enough, in Miami, who got fired?
They just fired the coach, not the GM.
They just fired the coach this time. So that means the GM ass on the clock.
You know what? He might be.
He on the clock.
He might be. But guess what? The owner and the GM cool. Brian Flores told both of them that they can stick it where the sun don't shine. He told both of them, put it in a bucket and you know the rest of it. but he right. That is, hey, Bears got some of the terrible management. You got to understand that McCaskey family, Jimmy, they've been there since the beginning.
Well,
Since the beginning, 100 some damn years.
Well, guess what? They got championship out of the deal.
Yeah, a long time ago.
That family ain't the bottom of the barrel. Just that you just ain't been able to put it together.
The older people died off. Now they got these young. You got to understand, some of these people have inherited these teams, Jimmy. Like your homeboy out there on Fannin and Kirby out there. Your homeboy who ain't worked a day in his life. Daddy just died and he said, I got to run the team. Got good genes. Hey, Jimmy, what they call it? What they call them kind of genes? You just got a good gene pool.
That's the bottom of the barrel. Shit. That's the bottom of the barrel. They straight up threw TNT in the middle of that program and straight up just blew up everything. Just think about it. They got to lose. And you know what happens? If a lot of people that wasn't in Houston, we're talking about the Texans now. When they start, it's like any business. When your supply no longer meets demand, then you have to make decisions, whether it be layoffs, whether it be a reduction of the prices, whether it be to reduce inventory, whatever it is, you got to make decisions on upper management. You saw what they did this year, Adam? They were letting people in. The prices was lowest as they ever been.
I saw that. Yeah.
That wasn't by choice.
Jim, I think you can go sit down on the bench right now, Jim.
Just think about it. And now, look over at the Houston Rockets. $10 to get in. And they might throw a hot dog or something in this game. Guess what? That's not by choice. That's not by design. That's because of the product that you're putting out. You can't feel even nowhere near half of the seats on a regular basis. So
guess what though, Jim? Hold up. The parking lot still full. Them tailgaters, they drunk ass. They still out in the tailgate, but they don't go in.
But a lot of the tailgaters never did go in. So that's part of their hangout.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them have generators. They put TVs in the parking lot, and that's like being in somebody's crib or in their yard or whatnot. That's a whole different lifestyle. I remember Alfio. Shout out to Alfio out there, one of our viewers in the boom boom room. He has carte blanche in the parking lot at the tailgating for the Texans. If any of y'all want to go tailgating for Texas, y'all need to look up Alfio. Alfio got the plug.
I ain't know that. There. I ain't never been. I don't never want to go.
No. Because Alfio is bilingual. So Alfio got the Telemundo folk, love him to death, Big Tent. Alfio got Alfio the dude now.
Jimmy, Jimmy, I've been brushing up on my Spanish now. I might be able to go my Spanish and my French. Because let me tell you something. You go to France, Jimmy, they treat you like a trick if you're over there in France, man. They treat you like foreigner. But you come in there with some of that parlez-vous français on them. But tell them you want to go down to Champs-Élysées and down by the Arc de Triomphe. And guess what? They be saying, oh, okay. But you go up there and tell them, hey, what is that? They brush you off. But keep going. Come on. Alfio with the Telemundo hookup. Jimmy, I don't want to go. Jimmy, first of all, I'm at church usually I'm usually at COVID. I'm at church. Excuse me, Lord. At church during that time, so I never got a chance to go to the tailgate. And I just come to the game, right out the church. So I never really went to a tailgate. But I see all them people out there, and they look like they just be having the time of day life. If I was out there doing all that stuff y'all was doing at tailgate, Jimmy, I'd be too sleepy to go in the game. Find me a cot so I can lay down. But Mindy, you make sure you call me, Mindy. You and Sonya, man, I need to talk to both of y'all.
What they do?
Man, I just got to talk to them, man. Them my girls, man. They're my girl. Come on, man. Yeah, they're my girl. Hey, did you know they worked together for over 20-something years?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they tell me Louise.
They tell me Louise. And I'm thinking, hold up. You know what, Jimmy? I should have knew something, Jimmy. Like I used to be on the show, and I said, "Well, Sonya ain't here today." Mindy said, "Well, she's so and so, so and so." Then I said, "Mindy ain't here." Sonya said, "She's so and so, so and so." Then it never crossed my mind, Jimmy. It never crossed my mind. Wait a minute, wait a minute. They can't be this close. Shh. Yes, sir. Then I saw it on their Facebook post. They all hugged up a long time ago. When they was young. They was when they was a little bit younger. When they was a little bit more younger, they was all hugged up. I said, "Who is them little old young girls right there?" Oh, that was Mindy and Sonya. Yeah.
I'm trying to get my.
What she said. Wow. She knew me when I was pregnant with all three babies. That's something else. Yeah.
That means she know where the bones at.
Man, Mindy ain't got no bones. Mindy's a straight upstanding citizen.
Okay.
What else we got, man?
Oh man, we got I mean the week had caught up, just passed me up so fast, and I was going, and I missed what I had on deck for you guys, and I got a late start on it, and I want to apologize in advance, because this weekend is, I'm thrilled, but at the same time I wouldn't Texas Southern and Prairie View. That's an annual historic rivalry in HBCU sports. That first of two basketball games takes place on Saturday, and so I think the game will be televised on one of the ESPN networks.
Absolutely.
So this is a first. This not understand. Hey man, Charles McClellan, man.
Bad man.
Man, I hope his assistant is on point and parallel with his thoughts. I really do, because it's just a matter of time. Because it's at some point you've done all you can do. You know what I'm saying? He's worked all these deals for the SWAC. He's got all this notoriety for the SWAC. He's moving and shaking, and he's on a couple of the committees with the NCAA as well. So he's not just an athletic commissioner who's just going by the status quo.
He's a power broker. He's a power broker,
and he know how to negotiate. Boy, I bet he's a hell of a poker player. I mean,
guess what? You know what I love about it? Kevin Granger got to sit there and learn up on there. Because guess what? Some people giving me glowing remarks about him the same way over there at TSU. Jimmy, I went by TSU the other day, Jimmy, they got a fueling station. Did you know that, Jimmy?
For the electronic cars.
No. A fueling station for the athletes. The athletes can come to the fueling station and get anything they want, any drink, any snack, any healthy food.
Okay, that's an upgrade.
Jimmy, listen. I went over there and watched them. They just walk up there and they. I mean, it was the greatest atmosphere. Jimmy, they got everything. They got health food. They got healthy drinks. They got this. They got that. I mean, I said, wow. Hold up. And it's so, Jimmy, you got to go. Jimmy, you got to go up there one time. You got to go up there just one time. You have to show your old ID. You got to show your old ID. Like, you was on the baseball team. Just tell them you used to play baseball. And they might, Jimmy, unbelievable what they're doing for them. Any athlete, y'all just come over there and just have at it, man. It's unbelievable. Shout out to TSU, man. That I did not know all of that stuff was going on at that school, Jimmy. It's an unbelievable place to go to attend and extend your education, young men. What else you got, Jimmy? I just wanted to share that with you.
The game will be Saturday, and it will be televised. I think Kevin Allen is in the Boom Boom Room right now. It will be on ESPN.
Yeah. Yes.
Rick Godfrey is doing the broadcast. It will be at Prairie View. At Prairie View. And Rick Godfrey is doing the broadcast. And which, like I say, I mean, this is that place is gonna be rocking. You know why?
Wow.
This is one of the very few times in recent memory that they've played the first time while school was in session. They've always, that first time would always land during the holiday, during the semester break, which it was a pet peeve of mine. I had a
You told Charles McCullum that on the show.
Yeah, I told her, and guess what? So eventually somebody listened because you're leaving money on the table. Then you come back and say, hey, y'all donate to us. We need some money. Well, hell, I just showed you a way where you can make 50
Well, still donate though. But it's all right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just,
but you just giving them
my thing, you know what I'm saying? You tell a person how they can make 50 grand, right? And they're telling you, hey man, let me borrow $5. hold on, bro. You can make 50 grand if you just schedule this game 2 weeks later.
Have you looked at the schedule? When do they come here? See, so TSU got to be prepared to be able, when they come back here, TSU got to be able to do the same thing because they're going to be in school, right? What is it? What date? That Kevin Allen, what's the date when they come back here? TSU got to be able to say, hey, man, I know they're going to pack that joint in.
They'll play TSU. This is the end of the SWAC. They'll play them last. Wow. I think it's going to be like March the 5th.
But school's going to be in, though.
Yeah, March the 5th. God. That's the week right when final exams taking place.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Hey, Jimmy, around that, Jimmy's going to be hot. Yeah, that's going to be nice. That's going to be nice.
And so once again, of course, as we're talking about TSU and Prairie View, that game on Saturday is a 5 p.m. tip. They moved the time because of the television. And television only have so many slots. So it's 5 p.m. Saturday on the Hill. And, I don't know the standing. I want somebody have the standings for the SWAC. I don't have them in front of me.
Oh, Jimmy, I got it.
I'm just curious because I know, remember Prairie View had to had to forfeit their first 2 games because of safety precautions related to the COVID. So they come out the gate 0-2, Prairie View. And Prairie View and TSU was predicted to be, I think, first and second in the conference. And I'm just curious, what are those standings looking like for Prairie View and TSU? I know TSU just beat Alabama State. They did the Texas 2-step on Alabama A&M and Alabama State this past weekend. Beat both of them. It was a nail biter against Alabama State, and but however they lost both of the games on the road trip right before that. They lost to Jackson State. And they lost to Alcorn. And, so it's kind of like you took 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. And remember,
I'm still looking, Jim. Keep going.
Take a look at both of them rosters. And both of them rosters filled with 21, 22, 23-year-olds on those rosters. Guys, think about it.
TSU 5-3, Prairie View 4-4.
In the conference?
Yeah, in conference. I think Southern is the number 1 team. I got the older one, Jimmy.
What's Southern record?
Southern, I think they probably, did they sweep last week? If they swept, because my computer ain't acting crazy over here, Jimmy. So it ain't giving me all my information. It's pissing me off too.
You know what? Southern, damn, it's a bad day to come here on Houston. That's Valentine's Day when they come to H-Town. Southern plays Texas.
They 6-1. They 6-1, Jimmy.
Damn it. So they still only lost 1 game.
Yeah.
Who's in second place?
Y'all bring it down to us. I'm trying to find it. Y'all break it down to me if y'all know.
Dang, boy. And also if you're watching Kevin Allen, he's watching the Silver Fox. How many teams since the SWAC has added Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman? How many teams? What's the playoff format now? I'm sure that the playoff format would probably be identical to what the volleyball playoff format is, in basketball. So what's the playoff format? How many teams is of those 12 now will make the postseason out of the SWAC? Is it 8 still? Then that 4 don't make it? And I'm just curious. Let me know if you guys. Okay, Florida A&M is 5-2. There we go. Thank you, Chuck McCown and Thaddeus Moody. And
What they tell
you know that they gave, and Alcorn is 5-2 as well. Wow. Okay. So this thing is gutted all up. It's cluttered all up in the middle.
That man said gutted all up there in the middle.
It's cluttered. I mean, for real. I mean, that's except for Southern right now.
Yeah.
But when TSU beat Southern on Valentine's Day, that will avenge the conference opener. They're gonna beat them at home. I think they're just getting it together. Just putting it in gear.
And what about the practice, Jimmy? I like them.
And what they look like?
A long, athletic, and recruitable. No, I'm just kidding. Boy, Jimmy, let me tell you, Jimmy, I love that little PJ Henry. I love that little boy. I like, Jimmy.
But he don't start no more. He used to be starting, so he got
all right. Jimmy, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Jimmy. It don't matter about starting. It's all right. That dude, that guy.
He finishing though.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you something, man. They got some kids on that team. Let me tell you what. Y'all, I got a couple of them, y'all. I just like. Hold on. I ain't got all my information with me. Boy, I got to have my information with me. But I saw some of the guys yesterday. Jimmy, I got a chance to see Brian. The Etienne kid. I saw Farouk yesterday. But they got John Walker, Jimmy, is a guy you want to look for. Justin Hopkins is a guy you want to look for. They got John Jones, a guy you want to look for. Who is the Jordan Gilliam? See, I'm Jimmy. I'm just trying to remember names that I met yesterday. But let me tell you something, man. They are long. And Carl Nichols. Jordan Carl Nichols. You call him by his whole name, Jimmy. Jordan Carl Nichols. That's the one I was thinking about right there. Yes, he a bad man. And the future look bright for them too, Jimmy. In the future.
And you know what? I'm looking at Prairie View's roster. Mm-hmm. That is Moody. They have a young man from out of Chicago on Prairie View's roster named Ty Chisholm. He's a grad transfer. Mm-hmm. Ty Chisholm from out of Chicago, Illinois. And what high school did Ty Chisholm play at?
It just said Chicago, Illinois. That's all they say on here.
Yeah, that's all they say on here. Mm-hmm. And I was looking, I'm just scrolling through the roster at Prairie View. You know what I'm seeing?
They got a kid from Memphis.
Man,
Will Douglas.
They got a lot of juniors, seniors, and grad transfers on this roster.
A
lot of them.
A lot of them.
And that's what I was just checking. I mean, it's guys, this is a perfect weekend to go and take some of these young boys, and they all girls because the women play before the men in the SWAC to go and see some of that action.
The girls play at 2:30 because they changed. It used to be 3. They switched it for TV purposes. The girls play at 2:30 and the guys play right after that. I think at 5. Yeah. But Jimmy, so I went and watched that practice. Yeah, there's some grown men in that practice, Jimmy. Yeah. They just cover the flow. Jimmy, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something I've been finding out too. The adjustment, I think they moved the 3-point line back a little bit, Jimmy. It ain't that much room on the side, man, no more. A lot of guys got to adjust to that. I was watching the way they was practicing, but Johnny Jones is a master, man, over there, man. First time I ever seen him practice. Y'all got to understand, I love to go watch coaches practice, especially professional coaches and the guys that get paid to play this game, the coach this game. I love to go watch them practice. So organized. College practice. That's why. And guess what? Young men, it was allowed in there. Everybody talking. Because they say a quiet practice is not a good practice. So yes, y'all got the Jeffrey Day said he went to Proviso East in Maywood. That's what Doc Rivers went to. Doc Rivers went to that. My favorite. He talking about that's my hangout. Yeah.
That's what Shannon Brown went to, I think, back in the days as well. Shannon Brown played for. Remember he played for a little bit for the Lakers and then got married to Monica.
He got married. Monica. He done run off on her too, man. He run off on Monica, man.
She should have known better.
She married. She loved the dude. Y'all, how the hell somebody gonna know better? Yeah,
He's from Chicago. You know, but he's from Chicago.
No, but Jimmy, think of, you know what, y'all? Jimmy, let me tell you something. Other night, right? I was watching. I couldn't wait on Malik. I couldn't wait on Tariq. So I went late at night. You know, after 12 o'clock, they'll show the power. You know, that's gonna show on Sunday if you go to the app. So Jimmy, I'm on the app. After I watched it, then it's another show came on right after. Listen to me, y'all. I got another show for y'all. It's called Step Up. Step Up. Neo is the star in it. Unbelievable series. Step Up. Check that out. Because when I thought about Monica, when you mentioned Monica, you made me think about it. Step Up, Whitewater. I think something. Step Up. Just look up Step Up, but it's on Stars. You got to go to Stars to get it. But what else you got, Jimmy?
I mean, hey man, we got NBA stuff last night. We had some history being made that was made last night.
Where?
In the NBA. And Kelly Oubre was a part of it. Where Chris Walker at? He just asked last week, 1 week ago, he sit right here on the Chop Shop and asked a question about where's Kelly Oubre. I say Kelly Oubre is out. He'll be back.
What did Kelly do so good?
Huh?
Tell me what did he do? Tell me what he do. I ain't look at it. I know
Kelly
Melo had something to do with it.
Kelly Oubre had 10 3-pointers off the bench.
Okay.
10 3-pointers off the bench.
Okay.
That's ain't before people ever done that in history before last night. Okay. 10 threes off the bench.
He must have heard the Chop Shop. He must have been looking at the Chop Shop.
Okay, man.
He talked about Lil Charlie Moore. Lil Charlie Moore hit the. Everybody talk about Lil Charlie Moore.
We talk about that's college basketball. We talk about that in a minute. Let's all that in a minute.
Come on, Cleves.
Now, what game? I'm looking up put up the box score. They scored Charlotte won 158 to 126.
Man, Indiana is that bad now, man?
No.
Yes, they are. You better look at that record.
Where they were last night.
They 17 and 32. How about that?
Yeah, but they were last night. You know, they were last night.
So I'm at the box score. What you want to see?
Kelly Oubre was 10 for 15 from 3-point range.
That's a career night. He ain't never had no plus 70. He ain't never had no plus 27 in his life.
Yeah, but look at LaMelo Ball's plus. If you in the plus, since you like the pluses, how about that plus?
Let me see my boy. Damn.
Did you want to look at pluses? What that plus? Tell him what that plus is.
Plus 45. I ain't seen too many of them.
You won't see. That might be bookmark that, and that challenge you next time you're gonna find, because if you up by that many points, you're gonna get sit down and benched and rested for the rest of the evening.
Jimmy, they factor something else in, not just points now, but they factor something else in your efficiency. It's your efficiency across the board. He was 11 for 16. That helps with that rating. He was 3 of 4 from the 3-point. That helps. He was 4 of 5. That helps in the equation because there's an equation go in it. He had 10 rebounds. That helps in the equation. He had 13 assists. That helps in the equation. Damn. He didn't have 4 turnovers. That helps in it. So, but that hurt him a little bit. But they had 3 fouls. That dude was balling, man. LaMelo, man, that man said that boy was going to be better than his son. I ain't going to lie. I thought he was lying because, I love Lonzo. Well,
I mean, I knew one thing. He was more aggressive and he was more of a scorer than Lonzo. Lonzo has always been a playmaker. He's that guy. Remember, they were the comparison or the measuring stick for Lonzo Ball coming out of high school on a bell curve was Magic Johnson, because being from LA and the way, because he was 6'7" so that means you was a tall guy.
Magic fell in love with him.
But he has that. But at the same time, upper management did not. They gutted that team out. But at the same time, they had to, because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to get LeBron James.
They had to do that to get that.
They had to go and move Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and then what's the kid in New York?
Kyle Kuzma.
Well, he's in Washington. What's the leading scorer for the Knicks right now? What's the name? From Dallas. From Dallas, from the Texas Titans. I mean,
that's
they
your
moved
boy.
him out
That's
of
your
there.
damn boy. How the hell you forgetting about him?
I'm just saying they moved him. They moved a lot of furniture.
Julius Randle.
Yes, Julius. They moved Julius. Sorry about that. They moved Julius up out of there. I understand. They had all these players right there.
That man said Buddy Hield ain't worth a can of Shasta soda. I ain't never heard of that before.
Well, guess what? Okay, so Buddy Hield, look at Sacramento right now, right? And just think about what's going on with Sacramento.
Fox hurt.
And
Fox didn't play.
Fox ain't played the other night as well. And they only scored like 70-something points. Mm-hmm. But think what did Buddy Hield with the Sacramento Kings, right? And he's coming off the bench. He had 3 for 12 last night. He only had 8 points. Another double-digit loss. They lost to the Atlanta Hawks. So remember when they got Russell Westbrook? There was a lot of people saying, why didn't they get Buddy Hield? Now, guess what? Maybe Buddy Hield might have been, it couldn't have been no worse than Russell Westbrook right now, but Buddy Hield might not be he's not, what is he doing with Sacramento?
He got a nice deal, Jimmy. He was whining about that deal, and they gave it to him, and you say he had 8 points last night?
8. Buddy Hield has only reached double digits once out of the past 4 games for Sacramento.
Wait a minute, he came off the bench?
Yes, he don't start, as I'm telling you. And that was without Fox. Fox not starting, so that's a spot for somebody to come into the lineup. So that means Bagley is starting right now.
Heavy trash. Wait a minute, what my boy name? Trash. Well, Jimmy, I love the trash dude. The trash dude talk about everybody, man. He talked about somebody this morning. He called somebody this morning. I think he called what's the boy name? What's the man name? Mitch McConnell. I think he called Mitch McConnell trash today. But keep going.
And we were talking about Buddy Hield and Sacramento. And
Jimmy just happened, man. It just welcome to pro basketball. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down.
So now, of course, we slide and shift gears. We're gonna ask you guys now, before we get into some amateur basketball on this Baby Friday.
To share the show.
And of course, we dip into some NFL talk as well. I know you guys itching for that. And we're going to ask you to share the show if you would do so. Can you share the show to your timelines, to your group, your pages? Give us one good joke right now to help us expand our footprint over the World Wide Web. So that is, give us a share right now, and we'll wait on you to do so as we get it all in gear. And we're going to shift gears out and talk some college hoops. And of course, last night there was we saw Marquette continued to roll. Big win over Seton Hall. Seton Hall was in the top 20 only a couple of weeks ago. Iowa State made a comeback and ended up edging Oklahoma State in overtime. Oklahoma State was winning that game, and Iowa State came on back and I guess preserved their top 25 rankings thus far. But one team that just got in the top 25 just Monday,
Davis, and
they probably going to be taking an exit and turning on around, and that is Davidson. Suffered their third loss of the season, only their third loss of the season to VCU, 70-68. That is. As far as other action, Tennessee beats Florida 78-71. LSU improves to 4-4 in the SEC with the big home win over Texas A&M. And 70-64, that score was. And of course, Providence and Xavier, 2 top 25 teams. Providence wins that game 65-62.
But Jim, before we go, Jim, because you switched out of there, you went talking about some Kelly Oubre, right?
Yeah.
And I know how he is. You know, he's a homer. He played up under you. I understand. But this little dude, John Morant, had 40. Let me see. He had 40. His
I think it was
grandma was
41, right?
yeah, yeah. For me, I'm trying to find him. What his name? John Morant. Yeah, he had what 41. What else he had? 8 assists, 5 rebounds. He's pretty. That kid, Jimmy, All-Star voting is up. It's up. It's over, right? So what we got? What we got with the All-Star game? Have you? I know you want to go.
I thought it
We're going to
ended
college. We'll
Saturday.
talk about All-Star game next week. We'll talk next week. We'll talk next week. Going on back, but he had 41. We couldn't get out of there. We're gonna talk about Kelly's 39. We got to talk about his 41. So and his grandma was at home sick, and he couldn't get out to see her. So I guess because the weather was kind of bad. But what else? What happened in high school? What little Jalen? So you tell me, little Jalen them, Summer Creek. You just said Summer Creek was in trouble, and they went and put a spanking on somebody. I didn't know they was gonna play that soon, back to back like that quick.
Yeah, Summer Creek beat Atascocita, and that's the arch rival for Summer Creek in the district game. We're talking high school ball around Houston area.
Yeah.
And what I have for you guys is that was a big win. It was almost like that's the win that Summer Creek needed to possibly save their season.
Okay.
Remember, this Summer Creek and Atascocita met in the regional finals last year to go to state. They met in the regional finals.
Yeah.
Lost at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Within a millisecond, a kid let go of a shot. It was still in his hands. It went in, but the referee made the right call, fortunately. And Atascocita advanced to state. They ended up losing in the semis to Austin Westlake. But last night, the Summer Creek game, Doug Jones was up in the house, and it was date night, so I couldn't make it over there. We was had forks and knives, clicking on plates last night. But I'm looking Summer Creek now. They're 3-4. They're in 5th place. A half game behind C.E. King. 1 game behind Kingwood. Westbrook and Atascocita are now tied for first, with Atascocita holding the tiebreaker, so to speak, right now. They have to play again because Atascocita won the first matchup. But that was a big win, a gutsy win for Summer Creek, because a lot of people, and it just goes to show, it's just funny, how this team, a lot of people, they don't, you can believe in the coach, you can believe in the culture, or you can believe in yourself. And a lot of people, it's funny as hell because you buy into the notion. Think about this. You buy into the notion of, hey man, look, how many college coaches have came to see your games this basketball season? Let's just get right to it. This, whatever school you follow, what college coaches came to watch them play this season? I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a second to just think of it. Let's collect your thoughts.
Okay. While they're doing that, somebody asked you about Jahari Long. Is he going to transfer?
No, Jahari is out for the season, I think.
Okay.
He's out for the season. He's got to have surgery, or unless he's probably had it already. So he's not playing anymore this season at Seton Hall. So is he transferring or not? I don't have intel on that, not to my knowledge. But he is going to have season-ending surgery if he has not underwent it already in the recent weeks. But I asked you guys, think of the teams, the high school teams. It don't matter what city you in. What college coaches have you seen at those games in the working capacity? And whatever that number is, here's what I'm gonna ask you. This season, now the season, think about it, Heather. There's only about 6 games left in the regular season. So is that number more than 5? Is it more than 10? or is it less than 3? I'm just curious.
Where you
I'm
going
dead
with?
serious on this.
You going
Because
somewhere
now,
with?
yes, I'm going with this.
Okay, all right. I'm
Is
just trying.
that we know that most in today's society, most of the recruitment, most of the exposure will come from your grassroots season, your non-scholastic season, if you're on a travel team. If you're on a travel team, that is. Not a sneaker sponsor team, a travel team.
I wonder why people ain't saying nothing.
Because it's hitting home. I posed the
I was at a
question
game and
that nobody has asked before.
I saw U of H at a game. Lonnie Reynolds said more than 5 at his games.
And you know what? And Lonnie Reynolds at Booker T. Washington. That's very believable. So, but he didn't say more than 10.
Right.
You see? So that means, remember, is it less than 3, more than 5, or more than 10? Which more than 5, that means more than 5 is like on this bell curve, you're about to see something, guys. A lot of people take this stuff for granted. And when you look around the room, 5 to 10 coaches coming to see you play in your high school season, that is like playing at Peach Jam. I'm just saying. A lot of people, they don't realize it. No, they say, dang, you're right. And then you know what? Yeah, go ahead on and count the time when you played against PJ Haggerty, or I'm just giving an example, or if you played against Chris Johnson, or you played against Jalen Lowe. Count those times, count them coaches as your coaches too. I know that's what you're gonna do. But me and you know better. We know better. Because if they were there to see your baby, they would have came to another game after that. This stuff we take for granted, and sometimes you guys, you have the capacity to see what's in front of you. That's what I was going with this. So if you know that it's not much exposure you're going to get to college coach at this time of the season unless you win. Yes, Duncanville. They're going to see Duncanville. You win. Beaumont United, yeah, they're going to go see Beaumont United. Win. Guess what? Ask Sealsby how many coaches been to see them. You see? Probably Lamar, maybe McNeese, maybe a SFA, maybe U of H might have came to one. And I'm stretching right now. Those are 10th graders. They gonna get it all next year. Trust me. They're gonna be the traveling. They're gonna be the one. They're gonna be a traveling circles. But back to this point, why would you bail out to go somewhere else for more exposure? If you ain't going to Montverde, you ain't going to Oak Hill. And remember the last time we had a kid that jumped out of Houston and went there, but to Oak to Montverde. Y'all saw? Did you see what happened? How that ended out? Yes, he had a Division I scholarship offer before he left Houston. JVL Francis had her. That's who that was.
Oh, okay.
And many people from Houston thought JVL was going there and we're gonna play on the main team.
No,
and
they
gonna be
didn't.
starting. Yes, it did too. When he first left, not when the season started. When he first left and say JVL going to Montverde. Ooh, man, let him live his own life. That's gonna be good for the exposure he gonna get. Texas, you don't have to leave, but everybody's situation is different. I do understand that. Everybody's situation is different. And guess what? So some people want to leave, but you ain't got to leave. See, it's two different things.
I got you. I like that.
You see what I'm saying? Some people just want to leave, but you ain't got to leave. But when you want to leave and you make it seem like you got to leave, no, you ain't got to leave.
You ain't got to.
You leaving because you want to leave. Anybody that vote up out of here. You know, we talked about the young man, the little Richards kid yesterday, Dee Dee's brother. Right. He went to a prep school to expand his recruitment. But no matter what, he's still being recruited against these same transfer portal guys. He finds himself in the very same situation, Howard, that he was in a year ago. He could have signed in November. What you think would happen? What you think would happen if Florida State would offer them? Think he would have been still
Turkey through the
unsigned?
cone.
What if U of H would have offered him? What you think would have happened?
Turkey, like he would have been gone.
A&M,
Gone.
Baylor.
Gone.
You see
Gone.
what I'm saying? So obviously, let's not get this twisted. Now, if you think about this, for every unsigned senior out there right now, that's a guard. You think your kid better than Little Richards? I'm just saying. I'm telling the truth. He's after the same scholarship you after. This dude was a top 5 in the city last year. Top 5 in the city, right? And follow me on this, guys. I'm talking about this stuff is for real. I said DJ Richards. What I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey guys, understand something. This stuff here, it's a lot of talent out there, and this stuff ain't easy.
No, sir.
And I just want to put that on your pipe.
Put
that on your pipe. But now, Hannah, guess what I did this morning? We got all of the district standings updated right now on rcsports.com. You go there. You click on district standings. You can see everybody in what play. Updated after last night's games. You can check and see now class 4A, 5A, 6A. You can see who's in first and see who's in last. If that's what you chose to do so. But
tell me it's some significance. You going somewhere? I already know you going somewhere.
No, the district standings are there because now you can see and follow along because we're closing in on playoff time.
So the top 4 teams in.
Top four is who make it, and you guys will see there's a lot of district races that have turned very interesting on that. We mentioned one a while ago, Atascocita and Beaumont Westbrook. Now they're tied for first. So that's gonna come down to next time they play. Clearbrook and Dickinson. After Clearbrook just got upset by Clear Falls the other day. And guess what? They're tied for first. Clearbrook and Dickinson. They will meet up.
Wait a minute. Clearbrook.
That's the Millie boys.
Oh, but they beat
Dickinson the first time, but they got to play. They're tied in the standings right now at 6-1 apiece. And guess who's right behind them at 5-2, waiting on one of them to lose? Clear Falls.
With my young fella, Orlando Horton.
Let me tell you something about Clear Falls that I didn't mention the other day.
Yeah, you need to.
And we gave credit to this guy for a couple of years past. When a coach builds something from nothing at a program and goes somewhere else and builds something from nothing, that's special. They have a special trait. Coach Barreras did that. He was at Scarborough. They made the playoffs. Scarborough ain't made the playoffs ever since he left. He went to Sam Houston High School. Next thing you know, what he did, he got part of goes into that. You got to get talent, but he convinced some of the talent that would normally go to other schools to stay at home. And they bought in. Next thing you know, you got Kendrick Davis come over there, and they got a good 4-year run at Sam Houston High School. Now, Barreras is over at the Heights now. It's yet to be seen. We're going to see how if he get a 3-4 year window.
I'm glad
he can turn that around. Now, my point is at Clear Falls, you got Brian Shelton. Brian Shelton was at Northside High School, which used to be Jeff Davis.
And they stopped winning.
Northside High School, he turned that thing all the way around over there. They were bottom feeders at Northside High School. He goes, remember, then they lose their best player. Henry Hampton leaves there and goes to Sam Houston with Kendrick Davis. And they still make the playoffs. Remember, Northside High School beat Thurgood Marshall and ended Ronnie Courtney's season last year. First round. So now he gets a job at Clear Falls. That's near where he lives at, where he's from, that part of town. Brian Shelton.
Yeah.
He played at University of Houston.
Mm-hmm.
This dude now got Clear Falls. He gets Orlando Harden to come back home. He got Corey Kelly over there, 2 sports star. Guess what? They one game out of first place. That some of that, yes, the kids got to put the ball in the hole, but the atmosphere and the culture, that dude, look, that little young fella, Brian Sheldon, props to him, man. Props to him. He's getting it in now. Speaking of basketball, or I forget, what's just tuned to the Chop Shop.
Oh, Madison not in West Side and them. Madison and went down a class. They're not in 6A.
Yeah, Madison is 5.
Okay,
Madison is in 5.
Okay.
They're undefeated. They're undefeated, and
Man,
3
West
games
Side
up.
can't win a game, man.
They need your help. Go help.
No, I ain't want to shit. I ain't got no help. I ain't got no more kids. hey, Jimmy, you got to have. I thought you just said you had to have some dudes.
You do.
I can coach. You can coach. You can't coach. Hey, Jimmy, you can't coach that. You can't coach it if they ain't got it, man. I'm just telling y'all. Yeah, I'm sorry. You got to have some dudes. So what was you about to say?
I'm saddened to inform you guys. A lot of you who are from Houston, the greater Houston area, and you may. I'm looking up something as I'm talking to. Here we go, right here. A couple of years ago, I did an article in the magazine with the top 100 players of all time. I mean, since the integration of Greater Houston, top 100 players, and this was a pretty cool article and a resource from 1969 to 2019. So that was a 50-year span. The top 100 boys basketball players of the past at that time, the past 50 years. One guy that was a no-brainer. When I was in polling different guys and I talked to various people from the old school and new school alike. One name that kept coming up was a guy from back then in Fourth Ward. They called Freedman Town. That's over there where the Cyclone Ananias is over there. In that part of, but where the 13 restaurant is.
Yeah.
The neighborhood
over there.
Over
I know
there.
Exactly what you're talking
those
about.
houses. That's going into Fourth Ward.
Right.
They call some of that Midtown now.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So Lincoln High School. Lincoln was a high school back then. Mm-hmm. And I think it's something else over there by the Federal Reserve Bank. Lincoln High School had this guy named Huey Smith, right? And Huey, Huey, 1972. Huey Smith. Mm-hmm. Huey Smith has passed away. He's one of the all-time great basketball stars from out of Houston. You cannot tell the history of Houston basketball without Huey Smith. And definitely want to send our condolences to the Smith family. And he played, his coach at the time was Benny Swain. And at that school. And so I know the people out in the Fourth Ward, man, I have the funeral, even in case you remember Huey Smith. The funeral will be Saturday morning. The viewing is at 10 a.m. and the service at 11 a.m. this Saturday at the Rose of Sharon Missionary Baptist Church. That's 1106 Valentine Street. 1106 Valentine Street. The Rose of Sharon Missionary Baptist Church. That's the funeral service for the late, great Huey Smith, one of the top high school basketball players. This is a guy that many said that could have and should have been in the league, and easily. He was talented. He was that. I didn't get to see him play, but I heard enough stories from people that I respect that Huey was a bad Molly Dally. That's a old saying. I ain't said that one in a while, but I just definitely wanted to get that out to you guys. Also, want to give a shout out to Concordia Lutheran High School and their coaching staff, and especially the assistant coach Carter. He organized and something that's going on this afternoon, and I'll be over there in part. Of course, helped him out a great deal and helping him out myself, and give a shout to Kevin Hampton with A Better Bail Bond, and also the Random Act of Kindness Foundation with David and David Dennis and his family, his wife. They're gonna be joining us over at Cashmere High School this afternoon, right? We're gonna give away a bunch of food, a bunch of clothing to the community. Remember, I told you guys, 2022, you move about it, you don't talk about it. Giving back to the community, and also a lot of sanitizers and stuff. A lot of people probably ran out of their stock of sanitizer, so we're gonna give away a lot of that stuff. That's David and Trevia, Dennis, the Random Act of Kindness, Concordia Lutheran. Their students is actually coming into the hood and going to help. This is the day at 4:00. So if you know somebody, know a family that they can do the drive-through, they're gonna get the food. They're gonna drive and pick it up. They have the bags for to pick up the food. They have a lot of clothing to be outdoors, so it's a safe environment to come and pick up. These are new and gently used clothing items. So when it's great when you see high school students engage in those types of acts and community service to communities for which they don't even dwell in. That makes it even greater. That means their reach, they're coming all the way from Tomball. They could have stopped in Aldine. They could have stopped in Spring, Heather. They could have stopped in Cypress. They got apartment complexes and stuff out there. They came all the way to Cashmere Gardens. And it's their second time this school year where they've reached out to HISD underserved communities. And that is, they went to Worthing High School back in the last year. So now they went Southside first. Now they're coming to Cashmere. I want to give a shout out to them on that note. Once again, you guys, this stuff, they're giving this stuff away. No catch to it. Spread the word. If you know somebody live over there, come get some of this stuff. The families, the kids don't have to be there. They can come and get these items that's going to be at your disposal. And so also we're closing down, getting ready to land this plane, of course, Sunday, 2:00, the Bengals and the Chiefs. 5:30, the Niners and the Rams. The you know what? I guess the Super Bowl would be more showtime if LA made it, because have a team ever made the Super Bowl in the city for which they live in?
Yeah. Tampa just did it last year.
Yeah, Tampa did it last year. You're right. Yeah, before then. And so it would be more Hollywoodish.
Oh, it's Hollywood. Odell Beckham.
Because you got Odell. Exactly. And so after what LA tried to duplicate about the tickets and squeezing these 49er fans out of their stadium by, they reversed that decision. But earlier this week, the tickets, they announced that you had to have a zip code in Orange County in order to get tickets or surrounding area.
Yeah, but they corrected it.
That was an effort to keep the box out, the Frisco fan. Now, let me tell you something, Al.
Jimmy, that happens all the time. They just talking about it this time. That happens all the time.
It happened last week in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And see how that turned out.
Yeah.
We see how that turned out for Tennessee. It happened to them last week. Yeah. But Frisco has a lot of fans around the country They got a lot of
Yeah, they
fans,
got
man.
them. Shit, they got them here. They got them Memphis. They got
A
but
lot of fans
let me tell
around
you
the
something.
country.
I just don't think Jimmy G gonna get it done. That defense going and that special teams, the defense by D'Amico Ryans and got to get. But that defense, I just don't think San Francisco. But then San Francisco might be a team of destiny. I hate to say this. I never thought I would want the Rams to be in the Super Bowl again. I never thought I would say this, but shit, when Brady lost, y'all know I was done. When Brady lost, I don't know what to do. They'd break up our whole team. Byron Leftwich gone. Brady gone. Brady finna head off in the sunset on y'all, man. Go play Lil Jack, his son, his firstborn son. He finna go hang out with Jack and the kids, man, and fly around on that private jet, man. That his wife bought it. But so I just want to know. I'm a Jimmy. I'm serious. Just mine. I'm going with Kansas City in the Rams.
I think that would be more for Showtime. That would be more for ratings. Because not just Odell, you got Don on the defensive end. He anchoring that thing. He getting it in.
No, not just Don, but the other on the other end. Crazy the boy from A&M.
Who they got over there?
He just came on the team. Y'all help me. Von Miller.
Oh, you talking about the boy from Denver, but from A&M, yeah.
He on the other side.
Yeah.
Man, they beat Brady's head in last week.
Yeah. So,
hey y'all, do me a favor, y'all. Hey, Google Von Miller and his domestic dispute. If y'all want to laugh something this weekend, view Von Miller and his domestic dispute.
And I got two more pieces of
Con Miller. Oh, mastermind. Boy, mastermind must know what I'm talking about. Okay. Con Miller. He called him Con Miller.
Oh.
Boy, mastermind knows it, buddy. Now, what was you saying, Jimmy?
Yeah, I mean, that's the weekend in NFL on Sunday, the semifinals, that is. And then it's going to be rocking. So guess what? If Kansas City loses this game,
look at the feed, man. They crazy, man. You got to see it, Jimmy. You Google it. Just Google it later. Boy, Jimmy, I saved him. Because Jimmy, I had came in here with a whole soliloquy to talk about that Von Miller situation. And I just said I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. But keep going, Jimmy. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up and read.
Yeah, you got to read that one.
Speaking of course, another high school picked up, has agreed to incorporate the shot clock for next season. And that's Utah. Utah has agreed to put a 35-second shot clock in their high school basketball season, boys and girls, for next year. And so now Utah will be the 10th state to include the shot clock. And technically Minnesota is the 10th one, but they won't start until the season after next.
So you think we getting there? We easing up. We easing.
Well, here's the thing: the National Federation of High Schools had already just recently announced they put hands up and it was like, yo, you know what, man? We encourage everybody to get the shot clock. We tired of fighting against this, because if you're talking about the next level, there's a shot clock in any type of organized basketball that you would play in beyond high school. All of them have shot clocks.
Right.
So when you're saying you're preparing the kids, and if it's a guy that handles the ball, certain things that they can and can't do, that's not muscle memory, hadn't been incorporated. They're behind. They will be behind in some instances. Want to get that? And also, last but not least,
I'm laughing at Mindy and Dale Griggs. Keep going. Business, I ain't been talking about no Dallas Cowboys since y'all lost. Business, I ain't been talking about y'all since they
She getting on it. And yes, just Trey Phillips, I heard the rumor that the SPC, that's an organization with about maybe 12 to 16 high schools in Texas, they are rumored to be adding the shot clock next year in their district games. So, which would
I love what Walter Yates said. All that damn dribbling will stop. I promise you when we get a shot clock.
And that's the whole thing. People that like to dribble
the ball beaters. Yeah.
They don't want the shot clock. Ain't no wrong with it. Ain't no wrong with it. The score, and guess what? Yeah, but at the same time, it teaches you to look up as a point guard. You're going to look up at that clock and see how many seconds you got left. Certain things that you're not used to, you're going to have to start doing at a disadvantage. When you're playing in the EYBL, guess what they got, Hal?
Shot clock.
Shot clock. Shot clock. And guess what? Ain't nobody complaining. They know, guess what? You got to play by these rules. So now, last but not least, of course, today, the Guy V. Lewis Award will be releasing their final 30 finalists. The 30 finalists for the Guy V. Lewis Award.
I got a request, Jimmy. Can I get a list of the? Can I get a list of the contributors, the people, the voters? I mean, the voters, because somebody be saying, "Can I?" Is it a list of where I can find out who the contributors on this thing? Because some people be telling us they are contributors to the Guy V. Lewis Award, and they not. Can I? No, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you. That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke.
I know one damn show did it too. And I ain't never thrown that email away.
I know you ain't.
I ain't never thrown an email. I go in my rack, all my receipts right there.
It came to you for a reason.
I mean, for real, guys, and guys. Understand, people. There's a lot of people out there that claim that they have a credit to their bio that they don't have. There are a lot of guys out there, a lot of people out there. You'd be surprised. Some people go in there, call ESP, call Paul Ben Cardi, and they'll say, "Man, I'm gonna watch this kid tomorrow. Want me to let you know how he did? Yeah, let me know how he did." So they go to the door. I'm here for ESPN. Jim, you don't work for ESPN. Stop.
Jim, I'm finna go against everything I said I was gonna do. Kelton, y'all quit, man. Talking about many going, talking about, I admit, Kelton, the NFL is better when the Cowboys win. No, they ain't. I'm loving the NFL right now, and I ain't, no. Kelton, y'all need to cut it out, man. You and Odell Griggs and Chris Walker. Let me see what Kelton has said back there that Mindy had. Kelton said, "Mindy, I know you did because you're an undercover football fan. It's boring without being able to talk about it." No, it ain't boring to talk about it. No, I talk to everybody. We just don't talk about it on the show because we don't do the picks no more. But guess what? Everybody else still, let me tell you something. Each one of these fan bases, Jimmy, let me, I had to get on Kelton, man. Y'all, Cincinnati got a great fan base. They ain't never won nothing in 100,000 years. Kansas City, if you ever go to that stadium, oh my goodness, you got to go to that city. Jimmy, they closed down. At least Dallas is still open, Jimmy. But in Kansas City and in Green Bay, everything else closed down. You ain't getting nothing. San Francisco, then LA. Man, Kelton, y'all need to cut it out, man. Don't let them brainwash you. The NFL is not better when the Cowboys win because the ass ain't won in 100,000 years, and the NFL is better than ever right now. So come on, Jimmy. You're not ending the show. We can end it now.
Yeah, man.
I had to
so get and I'm looking now. They got a whole different conversation to start.
I know they just always starting stuff.
And Andre Branch asked, "Why was it so many McDonald All-Americans from the Dallas area compared to Houston area?" And I responded, "It's simple because their 12th graders were better than most of the 12th graders in the country this year.
Yeah.
It's only 24 people made the McDonald's game. And
right. That's good. That's a good one. Jimmy, no, just address that.
Here's what I tell you guys.
Address that.
I'm not mad at the question. I'm glad because I'm going to take it as though Andre Branch asked from a sincere place in his heart.
I think he did.
You see what I'm saying? Because some people try to just ask and just throw it out there, and it be like a shade of a slight ignorance. But I'm thinking that's from a sincere place, from a guy who played professional ball overseas for multiple years. So he just wants to know.
Yeah.
Listen, Houston, the state of Texas, has produced, I say it again, until before this year, 3 of the past 9 years, they had produced 5 McDonald All-Americans from this state. There is no state that's never had more than 5. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Only California did it twice. New York did it once. Texas did it 3 times in a 9-year span. Now it's 4 times in a 10-year span. So guys, sooner or later, think about it. It was bound up. We set a record. Tied it again. And meanwhile, guess what else happened while all this going on, Adam?
What?
The girls had 5 one year, 6 1 year, and in 2018, they dropped 7 in 1 year on the girls' side from Texas.
Yeah.
7 from the girls' side in 2019, 18.
Jimmy, them 5, and let me just interject a little bit. Them 5 guys they picked up in Dallas, dude, them some monsters, man. Listen, no, for real. Them some monsters, man. Them 5 guys right there, every time I go see them play, they play good.
Hey man, guess what? Guys, it's okay. You got to use that Texas was already hot. It just ended all conversation of doubt because we were still getting pushback from New York, and New York ain't got a McDonald All-American. New York ain't. Remember Chris Walker living there, and trust me, he know New York is old York right now. We was getting pushed back from California, we're getting pushed back from Georgia. Now it makes it undisputable who's the hotbed of the country right now for youth talent in basketball. Don't get it twisted. California is going to be California. You know what? That's good. But Texas. See, the COVID helped Texas out a great deal because Texas never really shut down while other people had shut down. And we were still getting it in. But one thing about it, Marcus Carroll says Terrence Arsenault got robbed. No, Marcus Carroll. No, stop.
And it's not an insult if you don't make that. Don't mean Terrence Arsenault is not going to get everything else that he wants in his basketball career. Just because you don't make the McDonald, it's not the end of the world, y'all. I promise you, he gonna be all right. If I was him, I'd look at every last one of them and tear their head off every time I see him in college or wherever else I go. That's all you got to do. He didn't get robbed. He didn't rob. Them 5 dudes there. Them 5 dudes, man. Marcus Carroll, I don't know if you'd have seen them 5 dudes. You know what? I don't know if you watched.
That's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah. When and where did you see the 5 who got picked?
Yes.
Because that reminds me, I told people, just because, don't get it twisted. We're not saying Terrence Arsenault is not good enough. He just wasn't one of the top 24 players in the country. And understand
by some of that is else opinion.
By a collection
of people's opinion. Yeah. Guess what? Marcus Carroll, we'll just stop it right here. He your best player then in the country then. It's okay for him to be your best player. You got an opinion, so just make him your best player. But them 5 dudes up there, Marcus Carroll, Robert Hatter have seen every last one of them from the 9th grade up until now. Hey, what you call that? The McDonald, they got them right. Them dudes there, they got them dudes right. Them some dudes, baby. I'm just telling you, there's some dudes. I can't tell you who the best. I can't tell you the least. But
and
them
guess
some
what?
dudes.
On each one of their teams, they are the alpha. All 5 of them from DFW who got selected.
Mm-hmm.
All 5 are the alpha, and all 5 have been dominating all season. I explained to you guys yesterday, Marcus, maybe you missed it, at the EYB at Peace Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, Terrence Arsenault played on the same team with Bryce Griggs. Know what that meant? That meant they had a whole lot of attention on them every single time
every
they laced up. A bunch of attention was on them every time they laced up, right? You know, TV cameras rolling around and college coaches rolling, and guess what? And agents and scout, everybody that snuck the pack every time they played.
Agents don't have to sneak in no more, Jim.
They ain't got to sneak in no more.
Yeah, okay, keep going. I'm just messing with you.
They flooding it, packed in that gym. You're right. They ain't got to sneak in no more.
Yeah.
And so he had an opportunity if he would have won. It's easier said than done, but had he put his fingerprints and won throughout and been one of the last guys 2 or 4 teams standing.
Yes.
I promise you.
Good point.
I promise you, Terrence Arsenault would have jumped up about 20 more slots in the national rankings.
Good point. Great point.
And then he could have came on back. He might have been on the fence for some still, maybe not. There's only one male in the state of Texas that has a McDonald's vote. Only one man that has a vote, one person has a vote on the boys' side from the state of Texas.
Wow.
Only one. So whoever telling you guys I can get you, ain't but one guy got votes. That's who that is.
Used to be John.
The guy who Terrence Arsenault played for.
John Luke. Wow. Hold up. Did y'all hear Jimmy? That might go over their head, Jimmy. That's too Jimmy, you might need to repeat that one. Cause sometimes Chop Shop, they don't get it. You know, they be typing, they be talking to their mama, they be their classrooms, everything. Jimmy, you saying but one man, can let me paraphrase for you. Ain't but one man in the state of Texas got a McDonald All-American vote. And that's John Lucas. And what team did Terrence Arsenault play on?
JL3.
John Lucas, JL3 team. You can drop your mic. Jimmy, wait a minute. Is this the mic? We can drop the mic now. We can drop it.
So that's I mean, there you have it, man. I hope, like I said, it's not, and we love Arsenault down there.
We love, that's my dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Why? Dude, take it and run. We embrace it. I'm just so heartfelt. This thing, I'm conflicted because I got to be at the Final Four, you know, but the McDonald game's on a Tuesday. It's always been on a Wednesday. Mm-hmm. For years, for as long as I can remember, it's always been on a Wednesday. Well, they moved it up to a Tuesday this year, Adam.
I might have to go this year.
And it's in Chicago. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I you know, here's the thing. This kid, Ontario Morris.
Oh, my goodness.
See, big, you guys know Dallas Showtime has always been a supporter of RCS sports.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I've always been a supporter of the Dallas Showtime.
Oh, Big E is the greatest.
Matter of fact, I'm just telling you, Coach Mo just texted me during the show. He was like, you know, we coming down now. We bringing all the flock of teams. I get with you, Mo, in a minute. I'm on the show right now.
Yeah.
Guess what? Big E.
Yeah.
His first ever McDonald's All-American. Mm-hmm. You follow me? He passed away.
Right.
This past August.
Right.
Big E was laid to rest. I was at that funeral.
Mm-hmm.
This young man got up and spoke at the funeral. This was part of his vow. This is part of his vision. Ontario Morris got up. Only 2 young men from Dallas Kimmel got up and speak. He was one of them. This was part of, if you were at that funeral, you guys remember the moment I'm talking about at that funeral.
I wasn't there.
And this,
like
so
those
now it makes it even greater because people that's from DFW,
that's his dude, man.
they know he has a story
Great. Oh, yes, sir.
that's fit for a book, for a big screen. He's one of those kids that wasn't supposed to make it. Ontario Morris. He's one of them kids that could have been technically homeless, you know, by the law of the word at some point in time. He's a kid that could have easily been, messed around and slipped up and some got, and just got in handcuffs.
Yeah, could have went. Yes, Jimmy could have went wrong for a lot of us.
Yeah.
All of us saved by the grace. It could have been it's some people on this damn feed that could have went the wrong way and would have messed up. So guess what? That at no fault of his, because he's a young boy. He's a young boy. So Paul Miranda, man, let me tell you something, man. Go on with that, man. You've been saying that. Just leave that one alone. Come on. I mean, it's the end of the show. I don't care what you remember. Just leave that alone. I don't want to hear about what you gave us. We don't care. All of these guys took different routes. Now let's see where they end up. I don't want to hear about the McDonald All-American. If that's your damn goal, then that shouldn't be your goal. I know a lot of McDonald All-Americans working at Home Depot right now. I know some UPS. So let's make that the goal. Yes, you are trying to throw stones. Why would you say that? You are. You're trying to be slick with it, and I call your ass out on it in overtime. You're trying to be slick with it, man. Just leave it alone. What about what you talked about a long time ago? So damn what you said it. So what? You want a trophy? Jimmy, get him a trophy for saying that in the 9th grade. Get him a trophy because evidently he wants something. You want something. Let's get him a ribbon and a trophy for what he said in the 9th grade. No, I don't want to hear about your point. That ain't your point. That's your point. Jimmy, end the show, man. Because I'm gone. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I ain't got time.
Yeah, what time is it? Oh, shit, it's 2:30.
Yeah. I ain't got time.
I got to get over.
Yeah.
And you guys make sure you Marcus Carroll. I see you, Marcus, but we talk later on.
We'll talk, man.
Obviously, everybody don't get it. Marcus Carroll, I just put it like this. Let's say you've been overseas. Let's say there's a guy that I see that's from overseas in the country that you've been in and you've trained. And I say that this guy is this guy got to be one of the top guys over there. And you telling me you live over there and you telling me, nah, he's good. But there's a few more. Just hold tight. You got a chance. Terrence Arsenault ran out of time. His health was not at par during his high school season. Terrence Arsenault was playing with a serious leg injury for half of this basketball season. So he didn't have no chance to. He went against Nick Smith. Look him up. He went against Nick Smith. He had an opportunity to go and bust Nick Smith's ass in Arkansas. If he would have done it, it might have picked up 2 other poll members that might have been there. It might have picked up 2, not the whole panel, because everybody wasn't at the.
We don't know how many votes he needed to get in. We don't know. We went
the damn, what is it? The King Cotton Classic. And first of all, some of you guys need to go look up the damn name of that and know what the hell that means before you go play in those types of tournaments. Think about it. Let it soak in.
I said that on
King
the show.
Cotton Classic.
Jimmy,
with our kids playing in that stuff.
We don't know our history, Jimmy. Jimmy, we don't know, because if you don't know your history, you'll be prone to repeat it. If they knew, they probably would have went. But yeah, I'm good, Minnie. I'm good. Paul Miranda know he was wrong for that one. But we good. Yeah, he just wanted to be famous this weekend. I gave it to him. And guess what? Great guy. He loved Dallas-Fort Worth. Yes, I love Houston. So guess what? How about that? See you tomorrow.
I mean, I love them all. It makes Texas look good.
I
Just
live
take
here,
and roll
Jimmy.
with it.
I pay taxes here. I'm sorry.
But at the same time, one thing about it, Houston helps validate every city in the country.
Yeah.
It's always in that way. We help validate. The validation process means everybody needs Houston to help. Think about it. When they calling for tournaments, everybody wants them teams.
Jimmy, you said
everybody wants you to come to support their camps.
Jimmy.
Everybody wants you to come. So we're part of the.
You said Texas got one vote. Where that guy live at? What city that guy who got the one vote in Texas? Where he live at? Don't he live in Houston?
On the boys side.
On the boys. I'm talking about boys. We ain't talking about no girls right now. We talking about boys. He live in Houston, right? Okay. Do your thing.
So that's the ticket. But shout out to you guys. Make sure we want to lead this thing, sending out a special. You guys, if you're on the Facebook feed, go over and I'll type in. I ain't gonna type in. I don't want to alert her. Go over to Sandra Menchaca, and what I do
Menchaca
is
Hicks now. She changed that thing on there.
I'll type the last name for you. That way it don't alert her. And you go over to her page and wish her a very happy birthday. Sandra is she's in the what they call in another whole territory now. Fabulous 50. Sandra has turned today, and she's feeling good today. It's gonna be a good weekend for her as we move forward. And wish her happy birthday, guys. She comes and gets a break at work and come and join you guys often. Give her a happy birthday wish. Also, Sonia Billingsley, happy birthday to you as well.
Hook Sandra.
Sterling High School coach Andre Young, happy birthday to Andre Young as well. Belated birthday wishes to goes out to Emilian White, E. White. His birthday, I think, was the other day, wasn't it?
Who?
No, that wasn't his. That wasn't the E. White. E birthday. That was Kim's mother's birthday. Yeah. But that's pretty much it, guys. We got to go and land this plane, man. Got a lot of work to do. Make sure you follow us on social media. You see our handles right below us right there. Go to RCS Sports. Check out the VIP news. A lot of stuff is in the VIP news. The rankings were updated. If you hadn't checked it out on RCS Sports. And, of course, the district standings have been updated as well. We'll see you guys next week. But for Robert Howell, this Jim Hicks, we up out of here, man. We'll see you. Chop shop. Peace, man. Y'all be good over this weekend and be safe.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop.